Guys, this is going to be super easy, okay? Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back. So, today we are going back to basic. Today we are going to make something super easy. All the beginners could make this, and to be honest with you, I think I forget about such things because I'm always running after progression, while sometimes the basic is the best, and for the summer you don't need anything complicated, right? Today I will be revisiting something that I have already made before in past, and I have to say it has a special meaning for me because it was first dress I have ever made in my life. This is it. Basic tier dress with a shirring on the top and 1, 2, 3 tiers. I will insert the clip somewhere here of me wearing it because I'm not gonna lie, today is not the really warmest weather to wear a dress. Anyway, I really love wearing this dress until today. Plus, but I don't promise, if I will have enough time, I will also make kind of like a quilted bag because I have seen just yesterday in the shop something like that and I really liked it, so I was like, I have fabric at home, I know how to do this, so I might as well do it. So, let's stop talking and let's start sewing. Everything is ready, pattern pieces are cut out. I will put exact measurements of mine in the description box. But just to quickly explain, so as you saw, the top is going to be shirred with a little ruffle on the top. I'm not going to do exactly what I did on my first dress, just because I want to keep it really simple today. And then basically where the shirring stops, the fabric continues, so it's like all in one piece. And then I have the second one and the third one. And because you need to gather the fabric, you will need to make each one bigger than the previous one was. I multiply mine by 1.5, I think. Also, I will put it in the description if you are more interested. As for the shirring, I'm not going to put details on how to do it and tips and stuff like that because I have already done video about that with a certain project, so I will just put it here in the eye. So if you need more information, just go there. I think you will find what you need. Hopefully my machine will be willing to do shirring today because it's a not good time for a strike. You hear me? Straps are ready. I will sew them a little bit later. And so where is the top? What we need to do basically is, I already folded the top part twice. I'm going to sew this down with a straight stitch first and then we can start shirring. So now that this is done, I can start shirring. I need to turn my fabric like this. I will be sewing from the top and I will start as close to the first stitch as possible. I'm not going to draw any line, it's up to you. If you want, you can do it. I'm just basically always going to follow the line that I did previously. I also did a mark with a pen just to know where to stop approximately. Maybe it's 20, maybe it's 25 centimeters, something like that. So, 1 hour later, I forgot how time consuming this is. I had to go back and do a couple of stitches here on the top because my tension wasn't quite right. I will go give it a quick press. I will steam it so it will shrink more because right now I feel like it's not enough. And then finally I will move on to the first tier. So as you can see, it has shrinked really nicely. You can see how small it is compared to my chest. So I'm quite satisfied. Lots of steam, guys, it's always a solution for this kind of problem. So now I will turn it like so, right side out, sew the seam closed, overlock, and then I will do the first tier. So for the second skirt, I'm going to first close the sides and then I will go immediately and I will overlock them. I just want to tell you, if you want to have really big ruffles, make the tier longer at least twice, because as I said at the beginning, I used formula where I multiply 1.5 by 1.5, and that's really not a lot of ruffles. And not that I don't like this look, but sometimes it's harder to spread it evenly if you have almost nothing to spread around. I will sew the first one on and I will go immediately overlock. So guys, it's finished. This is how it looks like. As you can see, it's really simple. So the last thing that I have to do is actually to try it on and see where I need to place straps, and then it will be done. It's 8 o'clock in the evening, so let's move it to tomorrow. So see you then. So guys, for the back it will be very simple. I have 2 rectangles of fabric. I didn't choose any special measurements. It's basically just a piece of fabric that I have left from making the dress, and the measurement of these are 63 centimeters by 146, and the lining is again just another piece of fabric that I had in my stash. Nothing special, both of them simple cotton as I said, and the measurement of this one, the width is the same as the top, but it's shorter approximately by 16 centimeters because you will see we'll be folding it inside. I have to say the construction is very similar to Cool Stitches, the scrunchy tote bag. So I took inspiration from that, but the measurements are different, and also I'm not going to do the scrunchy straps, just the regular normal ones. So I would say let's just start. At the beginning I will be working with this. I will be also using this kind of filling. I really don't know the name. I will search it on the internet. I will put it on the screen. Mine is, I think, 8 millimeters thick, and the plan of attack is, I do not think it is completely necessary, but since I have it, I'm just going to make my life easier. So I'm going to use this temporary adhesive in a spray. I'm going to spray the fabric and stick it onto this so it's not slipping and sliding. You could just pin it and I think it would be just fine. One important thing, you have to cut this bigger than the actual size of fabric, because when you go and stitch over it, usually it shrinks a little bit. So always make it bigger than your fabric, okay? So let's spray it and let's start. Three hours and one broken bag later, I'm done. Let's move on, guys. Shall we? Okay, so I will just clean up the edges now, and I guess the lining will be bigger now as this shrinked. So I'm going to adjust that as well. I was trying to be as precise as possible, and so somehow it's not straight. I really love the texture of this. So nice. But if you don't want to spend so much time on this, you don't have to do such a narrow lines. You can do a little bit wider, or maybe you can do like a crisscross or something like that. It will be much faster. But you know me, I like to make my life harder. I think it's the time to remove this table. Thank you very much. I love you. And now goodbye. Definitely, you can see the difference now. This is the amount that got shrinked, so I have to adjust that. So I'm just going to snip it here, and because it's cotton, it should be easy. I just cannot believe what I did. Of course it would be easy if I cutted this piece on the grain line, as you should. And because I didn't, now it's not correct. So I will have to use different lining, but it's okay. I have a lot of simple cotton. I will go ahead and quickly choose something else. And this maybe I will keep for a pocket. So I think I'm going to use this pink fabric for the lining. So now this is going to be very simple. You see the lengthwise in the half, right sides facing, and we will need to sew the side seams. The same thing with this piece. So I will fold it like this and sew the side seams as well. But maybe before I should go and sew on the pocket, because I would like to have some pocket on the front, on the outside, and also maybe on the inside. So I will just quickly go sew the pockets on, and then I will do what I just said. Hi guys! So it's another day. It's taking me longer than I thought at the beginning, but it's my mistake, because once I wake up I start to do a lot of different things, but not coming here and starting my project, which is mistake, which is something that I have to improve. But anyway, we are almost there. It's just the finishing touches. So let me show you, because yesterday when I was finishing it was too much light here, almost impossible to see anything on camera. I just went ahead and I didn't film it. So basically the last piece of fabric that was left from the yellow one, I use it to create a pocket on lining. Just a simple pocket, nothing complicated. I have two straps for the back. I also went ahead and I did the pocket, and I decided that I will add on this snap button, because you know, it's nice if you can put your phone inside. I love how it turned out. It's so nice. It feels like a pillow. So cute. And let me bring you closer so I can explain you one detail about the bag that I did yesterday, and I think that I didn't film, but don't worry, it's very easy. So if you will look here at the edges, you can see that I did stitch here on each side, also on the bottom here and here, and this is simply just to give more shape to the bag and create more, I cannot say create more volume, because it has a volume it has from the beginning, but I find that if you do this, it's easier to fit a lot of things inside. So I went ahead and I measured 5 centimeters from this middle line, just to be sure sure that it will be even. And then I pin the fabric and I stitch it all the way like so on each side, and the same thing for the lining as well. So if you have ever made a scrunchy tote bag from Cool Stitches, as I already mentioned, you will know exactly what I'm talking about, you will know how to do this. And if you didn't make it, anyway, it's very simple. Now we have 2 last steps to finish, okay, 3, and then we are basically done. Now I will take the lining. I can remove these pins. I just keep stabbing myself with them. So I will turn the lining wrong side out, and then I will put the bag inside. The straps are going in between. And now basically I just need to pin it all around and sew it. It's done. Maybe you are asking yourself, okay, but how do I turn it now when everything is sewn? Well, the answer is simple. Just go and open the side seam of the lining a little bit, and then simply grab the shell part and start to pull it through this hole. Check that everything is as you want it. And this part, it's up to you. You can close it by hand or you can just close it by machine. I'm just going to do machine because honestly no one's going to see it.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us. If we just hold on tight, this vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. Seven years now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. For our home to show on the horizon, soon we'll be there. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us. If we just hold on tight, this vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. When we can't read the sky, we just sail with the wind that we've got. And when we're drowning in doubt, just keep on believing. We are dreamers of the